Alright everyone, welcome back to another review. This time we're taking a look at Sicario, directed by Denis Villeneuve. Sicario tells the story of Kate Mercer, who is an FBI agent drafted by the CIA to take down the Mexican drug lord. But in so doing so, the actions that the CIA takes to take down the drug lord she starts to question her idealistic approach to police work as it comes into conflict with the more off the books and controversial work that she sees. Alright, so let's get right into this thing. Let's waste no time. First, the cast in this movie is outstanding. Emily Blunt as Kate Mercer, I thought did a really great job in this movie. I like how she is the eyes of the audience. I like how she is just a regular cop, pretty much, but she's thrown into a world where she is way in over her head, and her idealistic approach to police work is not going to cut it. As Del Toro's character said, she is in a land of wolves, and yet she wants to bring the more natural law, and that's not going to work in the environment that she's in. And I like Emily Blunt's performance as she tries to come to grips with that, but also at the same time she refuses to accept it. And I think that Blunt's performance all throughout this film is beautiful. Blunt is an incredibly talented actress, and I thought she was fantastic in this movie. Now, the character that she interacts with the most is played by Josh Brolin. He plays Matt Graver, who is the CIA operative who drafts Mercer into this war. And I like Josh Brolin as an actor, and I think he's great in this movie. He comes across as a complete shady asshole, and I just think his performance all the way around is fantastic. And the character of Alejandro is somebody who works very, very closely with the Matt Graver character. And Alejandro is this former prosecutor now turned into a CIA assassin. And right off the bat, the Alejandro character, he just catches your eye. And it's all with Benicio del Toro's portrayal. Benicio del Toro gives Alejandro this stoic, brooding, and mysterious presence to him. And another thing that I like about Alejandro is that he doesn't talk for the sake of talking. He only talks when he has something that needs to be said. And it's a great performance all the way around, and I love it a lot. But the character of Alejandro, his best moment is pretty much at the end of the movie, where he takes down this drug lord, and it's revealed that it was this drug lord who killed Benicio del Toro's wife and daughter in a very grisly fashion. And what he did to this drug cartel is pretty much massacre him and his entire family. It's actually a very intense, gripping scene. Great stuff. And this movie also has a very strong supporting cast that includes Daniel Kaluuya, who plays the character of Reggie, who is a friend and partner of the Emily Blunt character. John Berthal makes an appearance as a guy named Ted, who is a cop but also working with the cartel. He tries to kill Mercer until she's saved by Alejandro. You have Victor Garber, who plays her superior in the FBI. He's in a handful of scenes, but he's fine in the movie for what it is. And you have the character of Steve Forsing, who works with Matt Garver, and he's played by Jeffrey Donovan. Again, he's in a handful of scenes, but he's okay in the movie as well. He actually has this one scene where they're driving in Juarez, Mexico, and they see these dead bodies strung up, and Forsing's like, it's brilliant what they do, isn't it? Brilliant. So yeah, Forsing has seen some shit to make him like almost look at what he sees as beautiful works of art. It's creepy in a way, but yeah, from an overall cast, movie is great. Has a great cast. From a production value, I think this movie looks absolutely beautiful. Denis Villeneuve is a fantastic director, and Roger Deakins as the cinematographer. Both of these men create this beautiful, grim, gritty movie. This movie has some levity to it, but it's mostly just very, very dark. It's very, very grim. It has a grim atmosphere all throughout. It has a very intense atmosphere all throughout. And that really shows in Villeneuve's directing, and it also shows in Roger Deakins' cinematography. But on the flip side, this movie has incredible shots. I compare a lot of the scenes to this movie as seeing live action paintings come to life. That's just how beautiful this movie looks. It's beautiful. It's a beautifully shot movie. It looks absolutely incredible. This is probably one of the best looking police cop thrillers I've seen in recent times that looks outstandingly gorgeous. And it complements the dark, grim tone that is all throughout this entire movie. I can appreciate that. I like that kind of stuff. I think the action sequences are also really, really well done. They're very brutal, and they're very like graphic. Especially, like I said, the scene where Alejandro takes down the lead of the drug cartel. But I also like all the things that led up to that. Like he takes out this corrupt cop named Silvio, played by Maximilio Hernandez, and then he takes down this other guy called Emmanuel Diaz, and then he takes out a bunch of henchmen before he actually gets to the house and shoots the family. That's great stuff. At the beginning of the movie, where Reggie and Mercer break into this, pretty much go into this house, and they discover a bunch of decaying corpses. It's just grisly and it's just sick. And then it just so happens that a bomb was planted outside that killed a couple of officers and injured a few people. So it's like, this is like a war zone pretty much. Villeneuve did a great job at making this movie feel like a war zone. And Tyler Sheridan's writing is very, very tight, and it's very, very intriguing. Like this is a very intriguing movie with really good writing. That's the one thing I appreciate also. So yeah, those are pretty much my overall thoughts on Sicario. I have no complaints about this movie. I think this movie is fantastic, which is why for me it gets a perfect 10. If you've not seen the Sicario, watch it, because this movie is damn good. Gripping performances by Brolin, Blunt, and Del Toro. Beautiful directing by Denis Villeneuve, and a very interesting and intriguing story, a riveting story by Tyler Sheridan, gives you a very, very damn good movie. Anyway, 10 out of 10 for Sicario. Let me know your thoughts in the comment sections down below. Like the video and subscribe, and I'll check you back next time for more.